Floss Tube, it's Lisa here from Shady Tree Stitches, and thank you for joining me for today's special video. It's my 2021 WIP Parade. In this one you're going to see all the pieces that I have worked on this year and be able to see how much work I've done or how much I haven't done, some of them are, and see what I'm taking into 2022. So thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, please do click the notification button and the subscribe. That way you stay informed of what's happening when there's new videos. Got lots of things planned for 2022. Very excited to be adminning No New Starts 2022 again. We have lots of people who are going to be participating in the No New Starts stream, but we also have streams for other people who would like to work on their WIPs, but maybe have a couple of starts. So if you're interested in focusing on your WIPs and having fun along the way, check out the No New Starts 2022 group on Facebook. It is accepting new members until the end of the year, so check it out. I'm super excited, especially about our yearly challenge. We're going to be stitching our way around America, checking out all the Needleworks shops, and it's going to be really, really fun. All right, this is in no order whatsoever, and there will be a second part that I'll tick up on the end because some of my WIPs are in the house at the moment and I'm just too lazy to bring them out. Sorry, but there's plenty here. Oh my goodness. I started 2021 with 96 WIPs. That's quite a lot of WIPs. I have had 43 finishes so far, and with maybe another one or two that may get done. Well, it should be another 2 done before the end of the year. So that'll be 45 finishes, 96 starts. That means that we should be seeing about 50 WIPs. However, my 43 finishes, 15 of them were model stitches. So we've probably got about 65 WIPs to get through. So kick back, grab a coffee or whatever your favorite beverage is. I do not get paid advertising for my favorite beverage. It's just my favorite beverage. And enjoy. It could be a long one. All right, I don't know. I have 3 tubs here full of things to look at. So we'll just start at the top. They're all in bags and you're just going to have to cope with that. First one is Modern Folk Embroidery from the 2020 sale. All right. So this is what it currently looks like. I'm stitching this on a piece of lovely linen that I got from the Achieve shop using a Silks For You floss. I am enjoying it now that the sale is finished more because I can work on a section at a time. I didn't like the way, just this part and it was halfway through these lines. But in honesty, I have not given this anywhere near the love it deserves. So at the end of each one, you'll get an update comparison photo that covers my face, which is great. You can look at my face for a bit less. Such a beautiful face, isn't it? Okay. Also hasn't had a lot of love is the 2020 Pandemic by Sassy Girl. I think it is. So this is where I am, and I've got a bit of a tree, a bit of a corner, and a bit of a house roof. Again, I have not given this anywhere near the love it deserves. It's a beautiful piece. So for 2022, I have an answer for that. I am working on WIP Go for my first time, and I have 3 WIP Go boards. So each month there's going to be 6 pieces drawn, and I have to do 2,200 stitches on each of them. So that will at least get 2,200 done on each of them. Plus if I randomly decide to use them for anything else. Okay, Christmas from the Cricket collection. This was a start with my friend Sue last year, and it has not had any love either. It has a bit of a tree. So I really need to do more on that. I think part of my problem is I wasn't stitching Christmas things in the middle of the year, and then by the time Christmas came along, I was trying to finish things that were finished. full finish that stitch December and knock it over. We should bring this closer. Might make life a bit easier. Okay, nearly there. This will be one top ending. Okay, one I had hoped to finish this year but haven't had time to work on it is Little House Needleworks Lantern Lane. And I did work on it a fair bit earlier in the year, but I haven't been able to come back to it, and I don't see it happening now. There we go. We have a bit of a house. So a piece of Paddock Lane Designs Stormy Evenweave. Start to see a lot of Paddock Lane Designs fabrics, because why should I buy them when I can dye my own? Also has had very much no love. Prairie Schooler Holiday Homestead. And this one, done anything. There you go. It's meant to be a swan. You can see last year's one. Again, I thought I'd knock that over this year. That's still a possibility, a distinct possibility if I get time. So I guess I'd better move it into the house so it has a hope of getting done. Because I don't know why about you, but things don't tend to get done very easily when you're out here in the craft room. Okay. Also on my list of ones that I was hoping to get done today, but that won't happen yet, is Strawberry Fields by Blackbird Designs. Now this one did get some love, quite a bit of love, earlier in the year. And you can see that we are, oh, that's not a great angle for you. Does that work? There we go. So we have the fence and the house, and we started on the big plant. So now I've just got to work on the border to get that one done. So that one could be a good finish early in the year. And a really good thing, depends when we've got calls, is that when I finish something, I can start something else of the same size. Alright, whoa, timber, losing one. I have to go through all these after I film and work out what size they are. It's a requirement of my new starts. Okay, oh, that one is a finish, so come back to him in the video, finish video. Neil's missing some. Another one I wanted to get done but really didn't get much love at all is this one's Jeanette Douglas, and it is called Once Upon a Tree, and definitely came up a lot for my letter U every time I had a challenge that required a title with the letter U, but doesn't mean I stitched on it. So that has not got stitched on this year. Bad me. Bad me. Books Cakes. It's a free one from Books. And this one got a little bit of love earlier in life. So we've got, yeah, we've got 2 cakes well underway. I have to remember to put another piece of fabric in here, because I've only got enough for 4 cakes on that piece. So I might leave that out. So I remember to do that, because my memory's a bit hazy these days. And if everything goes in the basket, then it won't get remembered to do. Okay, we have got Pretty Little Sydney by Satsuma Street. The back of one of these, because it's PDF purchase, should be the picture. Again, I did quite a lot of work on this. There's no reason it can't get finished pretty soon, other than I have to keep working on it. There we go. Nice enjoyable stitch. So that's where that one is. Right. the partner in crime to one of my finishes this year, Blueberry Homecoming from Told in the Garden. So this one is the sister piece to the raspberry. I've not done much on it because I was working on finishing raspberry. So that's where we're up to start 2022. So many lovely whips. And there's a couple of other ones that are in the house. So here's another one. This one is a Dimensions kit. And it is Old Time Wagons, designed by Wysocki. And I did do some work on this earlier in the year. This one is on a piece of autumn leaves fabric. So I wanted it to look like dirt. It's on a linen autumn leaves. So that's where I'm up to with that. Comes in quite handy often when there's a horse required. All these different prompts, and I've learnt which ones of my pieces suit them. So hopefully that one will be able to get well underway for next year. And the last one in this basket is All Hallows Eve sampler from Joan Elliot. And this one I am stitching with a piece of a hank of Silks for You in a beautiful purple colour. And I've basically started at the bottom and done that much. So that is the first bucket. I'll get the second basket ready to show you soon. All right, ready for the second top? Again, no particular order, just how they land. We have got A Grandfather's Barn by Told in the Garden. And it hasn't been worked on for a while, but that's where we're currently at. I sort of focused on just one at a time from the designer where possible. Next one, we've got one that's my retreat one with my friend Natalie from Knitting Out Stitches, the Samurai. We're both stitching this. She's got this focus to get more done on her one, and we're going to swap patterns and stitch the rest. So there's my little Samurai's coat, bit of the tree. That's all he's got. So he definitely requires a bit more love in the not too distant future. It's not long now. Yeah, it's only a few more weeks till next year. I'm not going to work on any of these in the near future because I'm going to be doing my Flossmas, my 12 Days of Christmas, and also called Starter-palooza for No New Starts, once the No New Starts finishes. Okay, this one is Durene Jones Gingerbread houses. That's all I've got there. And another Joan Elliot. This one is the Christmas Eve sampler. There we go. I have a solution for this working copy of pictures. For next year, you'll have to wait and see. I'll reveal in some video sometime, maybe at the end of this one. I don't know. We'll see. No, they'll come up probably in the 12 Days of Christmas. All right, quite a bit of work on that one. Santa and his slave. So, underway. Right, now this one, we had a finish in this collection. And this collection is a series of 4. And so the one I finished by Little House is gardening. And then I'm going to do baking, quilting, and reading. Not necessarily all hobbies I like, but they're what I had in kits and they go together. So the finished one looks like that. And the others are yet to have any stitching done on them. But it's a whip because I'm doing the 4 of them together. So that's good. And this one is definitely going to get some love. This is the Little House Needleworks ABC sampler with all the little houses. And I am stitching these all together on one piece of fabric, and that's all I have. So this one is going to be one of my zombie run, or whatever the yearly is for Daily 30 for next year. So it's going to get done because they're super cute and they deserve to get done. Okay, Waxing Moon Designs. So we had a finish from this designer, and I have two more in here that have not had much luck. The Easter House Trio and the Christmas House Trio. So what I'm going to do for next year with this is I'm going to tissue box this. Now, tissue boxing is where you have a whip and you're stitching on it, and when you finish it, you've got another one ready to pull out. So these ones will be tissue boxed because I don't need to work on two of these at the same time. So my plan is to work on the Easter House Trio first, and when I knock that one over, we will then come back to the Christmas House Trio. So that way, I only want to have the 95 whips. Well, I want to go into the year with my 98 active whips. Now, you might say, that's about as many as we had last year. Well, it is. But I want to, no, sorry, not 98. It's 78. I was going to say, phew, yes. I cut down 78 active whips because I know there'll be model stitches to be done. So I can fit 75 on my 3 whip go boards. And then I've got 3 for the Daily 30 yearly, so I'm not going to put them on the whip go boards. So that makes my 78. Then I'm going to add my temperature tree, which you'll see in the new starts, as my Daily 30, so that one won't appear on the whip go boards either. So that means I actually have 79. 79 whips to head into my year with, but these guys will be on my No New Starts listing because I've got to list all the whips, but in my mind I'll be tissue boxing it. On the whip go board it will be tissue boxed. As will these ones. So these are cute little ornaments. We have a snowman, these are design works, and we have a puppy dog. And all I have done is a bit of the snowman. So, you know, I need to pull them out. What have we got here? Oh, another Tolden Garden. This one is Bird in Hand. Again, got a fair bit of love earlier on in the year. Hasn't had much lately. I've worked out why. It's because I'm stitching it on Ada, and I mean it's a beautiful piece of Ada I dyed myself again. Oops, covering over the picture. Again, wanting to make it look like a bit of a dirty country road, but that's where I don't enjoy working on Ada as much as I enjoy an even weaver or linen, and that's just a realization I've come to about myself. It's not a smear on anyone who likes Ada. Go you. Do what you like. I've just finally worked out what I like. Okay, we have a Savannah's Curtsey from Mirabilia, and she had a bit of a dress. So I have done a couple of mirrors or Nora's this year, so should be able to cycle her in. Having too many of the same things, not really just worthwhile. Just get it finished, don't have them hanging around. We have got Curé Batikore Shabby Autumn Calendar. And again, hasn't had a lot of love. But really enjoy Curé Batikore. It's probably the designer that I'm doing the most of next year. Another cricket collection, this time winter, and again it's the Ada. Beautiful piece of hand-dyed Ada, me. But we have the tea. So that is what I have. Then we have another Mirabilia, which is the Maidens of the season. So we've got the 4 of them. There's half of them. I can't be bothered to find the rest of them right now. And I'm stitching them all on a piece of dark autumn leaves linen. It's huge, all 4 of them. And I've got a bit of winter. There we are. They're all boarded up though, so it's a big piece. So lots and lots to be done on those lovely ladies. But gee, they'll be stunningly spectacular when they're done. I'm not necessarily expecting them to get finished in 22. Another Nora. This one is Gigi. And Gigi is being stitched on a piece of fabric that was from the shop and put Macquarie that closed down. Love the thunderstorm. So she needs more love too. So we will get some. And another one, because you know, I was all into the mirrors for a little while. But I just finished my first one. Well, no, I've done 3 now. Miss Christmas Eve. Miss Christmas Eve does not have much done on her. She has got a bit of a bodice. So long, long way to go on Miss Christmas Eve. So I think with the mirrors and Nora's, they'll be tissue boxing in my WIP go. So, you know, I will have around 79 WIPs in total, but not active. Another Kuro Batikore, Lavender Farm. Again, hasn't had love for a little while. We have a bit of a house. Yes, it's a house. Get over it. I do like houses. I think I'd actually finish stitching the houses on the way. I enjoy stitching them. Another Charles Wysocki. This one is the ever popular Macintosh mill. It's full coverage, but it's a small full coverage, and I'm stitching it on the Ada that was provided, and I've done that much. Because it's full coverage, I guess I'll keep going with the Ada, because I've got the right piece, but probably I should have changed it out. My only active Victoria sampler, I think, is Heirloom stitching, and I have done that much, so not much love given to this one. So, you know, I feel now with Thea retiring, it's possibly time to do some more on those. One more for this tub, and this one, I'm not sure if this one's making it into the cart, Friendship Sampler, because I think I may have culled this one out for the year, because I just have too many, and all I've done on it, a bit of border. So I'll have to check if that one's making the cut for next year, but it was a WIP for 2021. All right, I shall go get the next one ready. All right, tub number 3. Seem to have changed my height, all this moving around. So, what have we got in this tub? Well, the first one we have is again one that has not had nearly enough run this year. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's had any. The Rocks from Juniper Designs. This is a local street in my capital city, which was the first established British settlement in Australia, and I have not done much on this, so looking forward to getting that a bit better. We got my Chinese garden mandala Chatelaine. This one has had some love. And looking forward to getting some more, as are they all. And this one currently looks like that. I've got the whole middle border section mapped out, so I need to start filling in all the crosses on those gardens. So that's my most expensive whip because of the cost of all the the beads and the threads and everything. They're very, very fancy. Very fancy. Okay, another little one. Scarlet House American Homestead sewing kit. And again, has not had a lot of love. There we go. It's just a little thing. So we'll see if we can knock that over in 2022. This one's had a bit of love. This one is my postcards, well postage stamps by Soda Stitch. And I know I spent a lot of time on this one. There it is. So it's a long and narrow one. There we go. All the way down to the words down here. So it's very tall and skinny. So it comes in very handy for any prompts to do with countries. So it's a good one to have on board. I have got one I haven't touched. Another juniper designs. And this one is bay window. Sorry. And I know why I haven't touched it. It's because it's on the Ada. And I had started stitching this series on Ada, and I thought I should be consistent and continue. But then I don't stitch on them. So Ada is going to go away. Now, this one is my Haid. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. It's huge. Where is it? Somewhere in here. Here it is. Found it. It's the bit I have stitched on my ginormous piece of fabric. Goes this way. That is the start of the third shelf. See a little archer there. So I know it is on the list to be continued in 22. I did narrow down my full coverages. Those of you who've been watching me a while may remember that one when you helped me pick my whips a while ago. Just because you can't work on too many full coverages at once. I want to see some progress. Silkwood Manor by Just Nan. Again, has not had the love it deserves. Beautiful piece. Bag. Some new project bags. Not had the love at all. Look at that. Oh dear. She's gonna need some love next year because she's got none this year. And see, that's my problem. Haven't touched some of them. It wasn't a goal to do so, but it would have been nice if I had it. Okay. This one, oh, okay. Put the cover back in. My South American Angel by Barbara Butts. And I know she did get some love sometime during the year. Quite a bit of love. Love, 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 love stitching on her. Thanks to EJ from Sunshine Stitches for starting the sale. There she is. So her dress is coming together. So bright and cheery. I have a whole series of these to work on, so I need to finish this one. Then I can move on to another one. Work on the collection. Right, my current Halloween piece is Sleepy Hollow from Tiny Modernist. And this is well underway. There you go. Probably halfway done. A little bit more to do on that second row, but I've started the third row, so probably about halfway done altogether. Also comes in very handy for challenges. My Christmas WIP, the 12 Days of Christmas. This one is a Design Works, 12 Days of Christmas. And I am stitching this on a beautiful piece of opalescent even weave that can I open up for it? It's huge. It seriously is huge. There we go. But getting a bit of progress done. Just keep plodding away at it. Really enjoy stitching on it too when I dig it out. I enjoy stitching on most of them when I dig them out. I just have to wait till the prompts tell me to dig them out. I'm going to be driven in 22 by the Daily 30 still. It's what drives my prompts, and some pop culture ones. I'm not sure if this one made the cut or not. This is Crystal Christmas by Mirabilia. It has had no love whatsoever. There's the 200 stitches. It's had no love because it's all white. So, alright. I've got to get a frame to finish off that box, so I'll show you that at the start of the next box. But there's only one to go. Alright, last one. So this one is a stamped cross stitch kit I bought called Aquarium. I don't know what it's called. I call it Aquarium. And I have this on my big frame. So you can see I've done this blue here and this blue here. So lots to be done, but it's, you know, fun to experiment. I'm looking forward to getting some more work done on it, but it just lives on that big frame because it's rather big and clunky. Okay, this one is one of my model stitches that I have yet to finish. It is, oh, where is it? It's been so long I don't even know where the picture that shows you what it is. This one. It is Lest We Forget by Chatelaine Designs, and the reason it's not done is it is on 40 count, and I just don't enjoy stitching on 40 count. So that's where I'm up to. I need to pull my finger out and finish it because the fabric is gorgeous. It's just 40 count, but I do have my magnifying light now, so maybe it'll get a go, or maybe it won't. I'm not sure. I have got, oh, I do have another Victoria sampler, Gingerbread Stitching House, and I've not done much on this at all. Started on a bit of the roof, so that one's got a long way to go to get finished. This next one needs to be frog. Janleen's Autumn Sampler. A very autumny theme happening this year, and that's where I'm up to. But I have to frog all the red and brown out of the middle, and I just haven't felt like doing it. It's on a 32 count, and so it needs to be done before I can continue stitching. This one, Cozy Cove by Dimensions and Charles Wysocki. You can tell I have a bit of a love of Charles Wysocki pieces. And this one is also being done on the designated Ada. And like my friend Laurie, who I film with, I think that's why I'm not enjoying it. So I might contemplate changing that one because it's not a full coverage. I don't think this one's made the cut for next year. It's my Lighthouse by Eric Dowdle. Still looks a bit like a chopping knife. But I know this one has. This is my Artisy, and it is my Christmas house too. So it will be getting some love this year. So will this one is my Gingerbread Manor. Doesn't look like much at all. We have got a bit of a corner in black. So nowhere near looking as cute and gingerbready as it should, but it'll get there. Work my way through them. This one is not coming out next year. It's Mountain Cabin, because I just want to get some progress on a few of my little coverages, not all of them. But is coming out next year. Here's my Angel, Lion and Lamb. These are all Hades, and this one has got a decent start in the top corner. You can see why I need to spend more time on them. Wait till I show you the ones in the house though, because they're the ones I've been working on. This one is not coming out next year. This is my Thomas Kincaid Garden Gate, and it is a pre-stamped picture which you add the flowers to. So there you are, they're my flowers I've added. Just a lot of French knots. I enjoy French knots, but it's not a priority for me for next year. I started this one because I had it and I liked it, but it was for a challenge group where I thought I was going to need to do a lot of French knots, and they changed what they did. Now they don't exist, so I don't need to work on it. My Big Toe Designs, the Beatitudes. And this one I'm stitching with some silks for you. Well, it's got a bit of the border done, so huge piece, huge design. So it will be getting some more love too. And it looks like I have one more to show you out here. Pardon me. And this one is my Train of Dreams from Hade, and it's my Randall Spangler. So there we go. Now there were a few others that I showed you earlier in the year, and I have definitely put away in the not coming out next year pile, so they can stay there and we will see how we go. Disney Gallery is on the list, so I'll have to go and switch it out because it was in that pile, and I'll switch it out for these other ones that aren't going to make it. All right, I will be back with you inside to look at the ones that are inside. Lucky I went looking. I found a few more that were hiding in the, I thought they were gone, but they're not pile. So my Cutaway Castle is in the not for 22 pile, as is my Reader's Paradise. So I'm not going to bother showing you those ones. This one here is my Disney Gallery. So you guys voted to put that one back in, although maybe. Also in, I don't know why I put it out really, Catch the Wind. Oh, I do know why. It's the Ada, but here she is. But I do love this piece of Ada that I dyed it on. So Catch the Wind is back in, I think. I'm not sure about this one. Home Sweet Home. It's only a little one by Chronic. So it also hasn't had much in the way of love. So it's on the maybe pile as well. And then one that, oh, I had turfed, but I'm not sure why. Times change. Is this one. And this one is the Teresa Wensler Peacock Tapestry. So she was on the turf bucket, but I don't know why. I mean, I haven't done much again. Bit of border. But you know, it's good to have a Teresa Wensler on the go, surely. Keep Jenny happy. So I think she's made it to the list. I'll have to see what I've got in my WIP go. So there may be some slight adjustments to that, but that is my WIP, other main side ones. All right, see you in a bit again. Hello, well here I am, we're back in my stitchy spot to show you my other WIPs and where they're up to. These ones were just in here and they're all on Q-snaps and I couldn't be bothered to take them out. So where I am, I've got my zombie run pieces in here because I need to get them underway for the new year, for the last month I mean. There is my Once Upon a Fairy Tale Town by Abris Arts. So that's where we're up to now. So, you know, good substantial part done in the middle. So it'll get 400 more stitches done on it this month before the end of December, to make that be the final bit before next year. So it's not going to be my equivalent to Zombie Run next year, but it will be getting pulled out for challenges and also for WIP Go. There you go, that's my afternoon yawn. Sorry about that. So that is one of them. The next one is my amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf. So you can see, as I had previously, all of that's done. And I'm over to this part around that baby elephant. And down here, we've got the zebra, and we're just starting on whatever this is here. So still a lot to do. I'm in two minds about this one because the powers that be are thinking, you know, the grapevine, that the equivalent to the Zombie Run is going to be something to do with an animal adventure. Do I want to put an animal piece in my animal adventure? I mean, it's got a lot of work this year because it was in the Zombie Run. Don't know. I'm thinking though for next year that I will make one of my full coverages a focus for the month. One of my friends does that, and that will get it a bit of love. Now, my stitch in time. My stitch in time. I've got to take off the Q-snap to show you where I am, because it is my extreme cross country piece, and I have done this year. You're not going to be able to see it all. I can't even see what you can see. Yeah. Can I lean back far enough? I've done all of that going across a bit. So all that black on the top two shelves. So we're nearly at the edge. Here's the edge of where we've got to get to. So we're almost all the way over there on the top shelf, two shelves. And then I've just got to do the black in all the bottom bit. The other one that's hiding here is my restart of my Big Red Ship of Life. So here's Big Red Ship of Life. And there's my restart. I'm starting in the middle, so that's actually goes that way. Go that way across. Part of the mast. So it's still going to be my colour completion piece for next year. And the other one I've got hiding in here that aren't Zombie Run, but they're just were pieces I thought I might get to work on and haven't, is a Joyeux Noel. So I'm up to there. Long way to go on that one. So I thought if I'd finished what I wanted to finish, you know, if I actually had the stitching time I would have liked, might have had a chance. And the other one that's hiding here, because I'm desperately wanting to try it out on the magnifier, is the ever wonderful Village of Hawk Run Hollow, which you have not seen a lot of stitching done on because of the 40 count. And I really need to pull my finger out and get working on it a bit more, because that's where I'm up to. Like, I've almost knotted out most of the boxes and I've got 3 completed ones. So it needs more love. but I'm hoping that with my magnifying light that I've got attached to this Lowry stand, like this filming device, will make it easier. So that, I'm pretty sure, friends, is it for the WIP Parade. As I said, I'm not sure yet whether this is going to be 1 or 2 videos, but I guess you'll find out when you watch it. Alright, so I will be back with you for my 12 days of Christmas Flossmas, and it's going to have the opening of the Silks for You pouch, Christmas pouch. It's going to have all my 18 days of new starts, and I'm going to be trying to film vlog style, so catch you then.